For the month of March 2020, I'm going to be giving away this Heatwave Black Market decal, or also a bubbly as well on the channel. So if you do want to be in with the chance of winning either of those two, make sure you are first of all subscribed to the channel with notifications on. Second of all, make sure you have dropped a like on today's video, and third of all, comment your details down below, but as well as that, tell me which platform you are on. And just like the last 2 months giveaways, this is going to end on the very last upload of March, so yeah, best of luck to every single one of you, and I hope you go on to enjoy today's video. So as you guys can see on screen right now, this may seem like a basic little trade to buy a chameleon, but we actually have the rocket pass items, and today I'm going to be showing you a cheap little trick on how you can do the same. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel once again. I hope you're having a fantastic day as always, and today, you've read that correctly, we have got episode 3 of the brand new series going for 100 credits all the way up to the titanium white Meteor storm. Okay, so previously on the channel I showed you guys how to use mind games in trades, and also as well how to start from scratch in the previous 2 episodes. So if you haven't seen this series already, make sure you are checking out episode 1 and 2 as well to get the most amount of tips and tricks, and yeah, get caught up with the series. Once again, trying to keep the intro short, but if you are new around here, make sure you are clicking that subscribe button and turning on post notifications if you want to stay up to date with this series and get the most amount of tips and tricks for Rocket League trading. And secondly, 1.2k likes, let's go for that, and I'll have a brand new episode out in a couple days time. And yeah, sorry if I'm speaking really quickly, I'm just so hyped, and yeah, let's get into the very first trade. And quickly before we do get into the video, I'd like to give a huge shout out to AOA.com for sponsoring today's Rocket League video. This site provides flexibility and safety to every single order. If you want to buy and sell loads of different Rocket League items, they do some insane deals on there, and use code ZENIC at checkout to get yourself 3% off every single order. Okay, so jumping into the very first trade of today's episode, is going to be selling our black zombies that we actually acquired in episode 2, and I'm pretty sure we did a decent deals for these, to be fair, considering they're worth 900 to 1.1k on the spreadsheet. I'm going to tell you a little secret, they don't sell for that, so if you do have black zombies, try and sell them for maybe like 800, 900, but in this case, I'm getting myself titanium white volts, which sell for around 700, 800, I think they're about 100 less, getting myself a titanium white boost as well, and also a black Cyrus boost. So with the white boost, I'm pretty sure that goes for like maybe a couple of hundred, and then the Cyrus boost probably going to sit there collecting dust. You know, we always have items in the inventory that just sit there, don't do anything whatsoever, so yeah, even so, we'll happily take that trade. So a fantastic way to actually get rid of items that aren't really worth that much in your inventory is basically to use them as ads, and it's probably self-explanatory, but I do see people trying to sell like random toppers in their inventory for loads, and it's just not going to work realistically, and the only people you're going to be wasting time is going to be yourself at the end of the day. Like, it's just not going to work out for you. So basically in this trade right here, buy myself a streamline for 650 because I know it's 700 to 800 on the spreadsheet, and yeah, I could probably get myself like 750 at a minimum, to be fair. And I just thought, you know what, this guy wanted ads, I might as well just chuck in these 2 toppers. Realistically, it's a nothing something, they haven't really got that much value, and yeah, I'll happily take that trade regardless. From me saying the words it's a nothing something, it's basically meaning that it's going to take me probably months to actually get the full value out of both of those, and if I get the credits for them, I'm probably going to make profit with those credits, if that makes sense. And obviously buying that streamline, going to sell those for credits, and yeah, make myself even more profit. But next up, a little bit of a gem, I'm not going to lie, and this was through Rocket League Garage. So an amazing website where you can find any item that you want is Rocket League Garage. So I listed up my items, saw this guy actually wanted white boost, so I put this in. He said he would do 300 credits for this bad boy, which is a titanium white glitch, going for 200 to 300 on the spreadsheet, but realistically probably selling at 200 max. But yeah, more than happy obviously to take 300. Alright, so I did go through a phase maybe like 2 months ago where I was buying loads of titanium white Phoenix and selling them on, making a lot of profit, but since they started dropping, I've not really been a fan of the Phoenix right now. They're not really the best to sell, but I've changed my mind from this nothing to something, I'm telling you now. So I saw a guy with a saffron Fennec, and I offered him 400 credits just out of the blue. I didn't really have that much more to offer, to be fair. I didn't have anything in mind, so I just said to 400 credits. He invited me to the game straight away and ticked up. Like, I don't know how this happened, to be fair, considering painted Fennecs right now are going for about 600. Regular Fennec is going for like 500. It's just absolutely manic in the Fennec scene, so there's a lot of profit to be made if you buy and sell Fennecs, so that's a great tip for every single one of you. Also, a couple of months ago, or maybe a few months ago to be fair, one of the most manic things that happened in 2019 was the painted octanes, and I'm not joking when I'm saying this. Every single painted octane at least doubled, some of them actually tripled. I remember lime octane used to be 2,400 credits at one point. Like, it was just ridiculous. Crimson was getting close to 5k, white was getting back up to 20k, like, it was ridiculous. And for some reason, burnt sienna octane right now, 450 to 600 on spreadsheet. Not a clue why. Like, it's the worst looking one, the cheapest one by far, but even so, it's still really expensive on the spreadsheet and quite close to the other colors as well. So obviously paying 300 credits is obviously, obviously I'm going to take that. I don't know why I just said obviously like 5 times, for God's sake. So I'm pretty sure this titanium white FSLB has been sat in our inventory since episode 1, which going isn't that bad to be fair, because I remember last series we bought stuff in episode 1 and it remained the whole of the series. It just sat there collecting dust and it just cherished the inventory for the nothing something. But finally we get it gone. It's worth like 300 to 400 on spreadsheet. It's constantly dropping. So I thought, you know what, I just want to get myself credits back, because the more credits I have, the more opportunities I've got to buy items, buy and sell items, and make even more profit, if you get what I mean. So I thought, you know what, let's just set it for 300. I know it's a minimum value, but it's constantly dropping. So yeah, why not do that trade? Okay, so once again from Rocket League Garage, like I'm telling you now, this is probably a good website to either use on your phone, your iPad, your tablet, your PC, anything. Or to go on the internet, type in Rocket League Garage, and just keep on refreshing. And eventually, I listed this up. Someone offered 750, and it turns out as well, it's the same guy that bought my boost. And I don't really know why. Like, there's not really any explanation to why he's actually buying all of this stuff. But 750 credits, considering it's 600 to 700 on spreadsheet, you know, it's literally paying more than spreadsheet value for a Fenix. So obviously, I'm going to take that trade. There's saffron one as well. There's not really that much demand for painted ones except from white right now, because everyone wants regular. But yeah, more than happy to take that trade, obviously. So looking back at this trade, it's sort of like an even one. I don't really know why I did it. So I buy myself a Tora for 250 credits. So you might be thinking, right, well, it's 300 to 400 on spreadsheet. Obviously, that's a good trade. I don't know, I really don't know what to tell you, because it's so hard to sell, like ridiculously hard to sell, like even more hard to sell than Soda and Toon. No one wants Tora. It looks terrible, because at least with a Toon or a Soda Flare, you can sort of like flex it when you score a goal, but Tora just looks terrible. Like, there's nothing more to be said, and obviously I could probably get it for, I'll probably sell it for like 300, but it will take a lot of time, and it's probably not the most beneficial thing to buy unless you're paying like 200 credits realistically. So next up, I was actually prepared to sell the Burnt Sienna Octane for 400, just for the fact it's incredibly hard to sell for its spreadsheet value, and I don't blame it, to be fair, because who is willing to pay nearly 500 credits for the worst color on an Octane when you could just save up a little bit more, maybe get like a pink one, a Cobalt one, Forest Green, because they're all around like the 800, 900 mark, so realistically you could just save up a little bit and get a better color. But yeah, considering it's 450 to 600, obviously I'm not even going to say no to minimum value, because I would have accepted 400 if he lowered the price even more. Like, it was ridiculously hard to sell. So if you're buying Burnt Sienna Octane, go ahead and pay like 300, maybe 350. But yeah, it's going to be a hard one to sell. So it's actually a really sad time, because not a single time in this series have I ever paid 100 credits for any black market. And it's fair to say that trading method is completely died. Like, it's ridiculously hard to do. I've tried it a little bit, but I just get lowered every time, and I don't blame him, to be fair, because the spreadsheet value is still ridiculous on Soda and Toon and every other black market for that matter. But yeah, I pay 150 here. It's heart-wrenching, obviously, because I used to pay the equivalent of 100 all the time, make consistent profit all the time. But yeah, paying 150, I could probably get 200 really, really easily. If not, I could probably get 250 if I sit with it for a little bit. But yeah, even so, it's going to be guaranteed profit if you're buying any black market for 150 credits. Okay, so the perfect way to actually sell your Rocket Pass items, and it's probably what you've been waiting for the whole episode, is to basically listen to my command right here. So this guy had a Chameleon, 1 in 1,100, and obviously Chameleon right now, not in its best place. It's been constantly dropping, like a couple of other black markets around that area, like Fire God and 20XX as well. So I offered him 1,000. He said lol NTY in message. Then he said, can you add? And I said, I can add a little bit. And obviously in that position, he just wants to get the black market gone. So what you want to do is take advantage of an item that's dropping in value, and then just add the Rocket Pass items, because more than likely they're not going to say no to that, because they're getting a load of credits and they're also seeing items on screen as well, even though they're horrific to sell. So yeah, I got rid of every single Rocket Pass item I wanted to, and yeah, happy days. So after what felt like a very long time, we finally get rid of the titanium white Volks, and this was one hell of a task, just for the fact they are revival series. And it's kind of sad as well, because everything that's revival gets absolutely trashed on by the community. Like, if they just see a post and they say revival, they would most likely say NTY, just because obviously there's no CC2 Volks on the market really anymore, and the rarity of those are going to be ridiculous in the future. Like, certified Volks are going to be insane. But yeah, obviously it's 800 to 1k on the spreadsheet, so getting myself anywhere around that sort of value, I would have been more than happy to take, just for the fact they're incredibly hard to sell. And if you think about it as well, we got these, the titanium white boost that we saw for 300, and also that comment as well for the black zombies, should I say. So we made 1.1k plus that boost. More than happy to take that trade. So that's going to be the final trade of today's episode. I hope hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you are new around here, make sure you are clicking that subscribe button and turning on post notifications, and it really does mean the world to me because I do put a lot of effort into these videos. And yeah, simply enough, if this video gains 1,200 likes in the very first 24 hours, I'll have a brand new episode out in a couple days time, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.